Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome back to the craft dungeon. Dirty paintbrush here. And my paintbrushes are actually, some of them are in the process of being cleaned. I finally bought some Murphy's oil soap. So this one had a bunch of gross stuff left in it from pink paint, and so I was letting it soak for a while, and I need to rinse it off. And it's funny because it actually takes the paint and kind of turns it into solid little chunks, and yeah, I still probably need to run it under some hot water, but it's looking a lot better than it was, I'll tell you that. So this is one of my favorite paintbrushes. This whole set I had bought at Hobby Lobby. The long-handled paintbrushes. Not that I need long-handled paintbrushes. I am not a... I don't paint on a canvas often. Well, sometimes I do, but you know, I don't need the long handles, but I sure love them. They make me feel, and they're purple, obviously. I mean, that's the best part, because purple's my favorite color. Okay, I have got one video recorded and saved because I was doing a multi-part video on doing my notes notebook or a friendship journal or whatever you want to call it. I had talked about it a little bit in my last video, but that's going to be where I put all my happy mail things like ATCs and postcards and notes and addresses and all of that stuff. So this is one of the things I've been working on today. This is my traveler's notebook. So I do a lot of journaling in here. Well, not a lot. I'm trying to get better at journaling, but I was working on just some background stuff, kind of messing around today. So this is actually mermaid marker, I think, which looks really pretty, and the finish is nice too. It's not chalky like the cheaper watercolors, which I also love because they're cheap and they're actually decent, and I don't mind the chalky finish so much, but these mermaid markers are delicious. And this is water soluble oil pastels. I got these are Prima, and I got these at Christmas, and I was kind of messing around with these and tortillon and some Vaseline today to see how those blended. I had some extra green and blue. I don't remember what I was working on that was green and blue. Oh, I remember I was working on something else and there were little chunks of green and blue in the bottom of the box, and so I pulled them out and just like went all over my pages like that. And then this is just a little bit of watercolor that was left over when I finally opened my new watercolors from Christmas, my pastel Prima set that I had been wanting to use for a while, and this was just brushing off excess. So I thought that'll make a nice background for journaling. And then I did a little art journaling spread in here. I had some collage paper that I had downloaded quite a while ago that I liked, and it was kind of the dark and dreary kind of stuff, which I like sometimes. It's funny because I can go from the super bright stuff to the bright and the happy, and I can turn right around and do the dark and dreary. But I'm not done with it yet, but I did some collage, black gesso. I've got some black texture medium on here that I had done with a stencil. And basically it just says that having a dark side doesn't mean I'm bad. So yeah. Yeah, because that's how I feel, you know. I do have a dark side, and I'm okay with that, but it doesn't mean I'm bad. I'm not a bad person just because I like the dark stuff once in a while. So yeah, that was what I was working on in here today, and I still need to put a date tab on that. But anyway, so the reason why I'm actually doing this video is because I have some happy mail to open from Miss Brittany Linger, I believe. I think I met her in Spanky's Crafty Corner, but I could be wrong. Sometimes I don't always remember, and so many of us are members of multiple groups, but I don't always remember where everybody comes from. So I left my coffee on the other table. I must get it. And then the other thing I was going to do, I know what I wanted to show you as well. I did get my week 8 tag done for the 52-week tag challenge, and then I'd also taken a picture of this today and posted it in the corner. But I decided I was originally going to make like a garland of tags and hang them up at the very top of my wall, like close to the ceiling. But then I thought I would have to get a step stool out every time I wanted to add a tag. And yeah, it's kind of a cool idea, but I don't even think I'd have enough room for 52 tags. Not only that, I can't like take them out and look at them when I want to. So actually, I decided that I'm going to go buy yet another mini binder from Walmart. And just use it specifically for that. So right now they're in here with my small magazine scraps, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I had done. So they're each in their own page protector so that you can see, I can see the front of the tag, and then the glare is terrible. I cannot get this lamp to a place where I want it so that there's going to be glare somewhere no matter what I do. It's impossible to get good light. I've got so much lighting in here, so many lamps and overhead light and just so much stuff, and it's like it does not matter what I do. I can't get the right lighting, I feel like. So anyway, one thing I love about this idea is all the fibers are going to make a really cute journal top by the time there's 52 sets of fibers. And also I just like that I can flip through them and, you know, look at what I had done. And of course that one doesn't want to fit because I got that big old feather sticking out, but that's all right. It works well enough. And then you can flip on the back, and I try to remember to write the week and the prompts and all that stuff on the back. So this was the one that I made last week, and I actually did some hand stitching on that one just because I felt like I wanted to. And I haven't put any fibers or any ribbon on this one yet, but this was the week 8 tag. Yeah, so no light. What in the... Come on now. Work with me. I don't like it that the stupid thing just reflects off of my surface too. So that drives me nuts because there's always going to be a big old reflection on that. So yeah, I can't be pleased. Anyway, this one was kind of interesting because I had pulled this tag blank out, and I had already must have wiped off some kind of metallic paint. It must have been that metal look silver paint or something. So I gessoed it in black, and then I used black texture paste to do a stencil, which was in this kind of like chandelier drop shape. I don't know what the heck it's called. Anyway, so then I sprayed it with some cherry pie spray ink, which looks more pink than red in my opinion. But when I did that and kind of started blotching it and wiping it away, then it showed this silver through, which I wasn't expecting it. And it shimmers different colors in the light. I don't know. I'm sure that you can't really see it that well, but yeah, you kind of can. So I was in love with how that turned out. Obviously pictures and even video don't really do it justice in my opinion, but so yeah, I had some fabric with this print on it, and then I took a piece of seam binding and just ripped it. So I didn't use traditional fibers, I used fabric fibers. Yeah, and then just layered some collage, some magazine stuff. This was actually a bouquet of roses. It's in a pot, and the pot's glued under the picture, so it just looks like red stuff, but they were originally pink. So I went over them with an alcohol marker, and then this was like a kind of like a doily looking image, and it's hard to tell that it is now because I used black oil pastel and smudged it. And then this was some this was actually, I think, a graphic out of the sheet that I used in my art journal spread today. So I used this graphic for the tag, and then basically used the rest of the collage sheet in my art journal. So yeah, I'm going to get another binder, and I'm probably going to actually, you know, put a title on it that says it's my tag challenge notebook or whatever. Anywho, so I have Happy Mail to open, and then I also have my Happy Mail from Miss Sandy Kinney, and she was my swap partner for Sandra. I'm sorry, I don't know, she may not go by Sandy. Sandra, and she was my first flock swap partner. So I have that to open, and I'm going to do my first page in my flock swap journal. So I know I had pictures of this on the group. I really love how this turned out. Funny story is that I had it on my personal Facebook page because I was proud of it, because I really like it. And I had somebody ask me if I sold these because they'd like to buy one. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't. I feel like if I started doing this to make money, then I would totally lose interest in it because that's just my personality. So as long as I'm doing it for fun and doing it when I feel like doing it, I do all right. So we'll get to that, but I want to open this Happy Mail first. I'm pretty sure I was not expecting this, so it's always nice to get an RAK, or a random act of kindness. And that's one thing that I need to get better at doing. I noticed when I was going through my pile of stuff that I've received over the last couple of years, I've received some things from people that that were not part of swaps. And so I really would like to, you know, that was just an RAK. So I really need to send something back to them. So it looks like an ATC. Oh, cool. And it's steampunk too. Yay. This is awesome. So this has got the gears, and it looks like a spring and some wire. Looks like some thin gauge wire and a key. This is really cool. And the paint is very, very cool. It's got that rusty effect. It's very nice. I love it. So, this is number 5 from Miss Brittany. Thank you so much. I can't wait to put it in my friendship journal, and I will try to make sure that I get something back out to you sooner than later. So I have definitely have some people that I've received stuff from over the last couple of years that I haven't done a good job of reciprocating. And I know when people send out RAKs, it's not expected necessarily to get something back. But I also would like to, you know, randomly send out some myself. So, yeah, that is one of my goals for the year. I've already, you know, participated in some more swaps, which I wanted to do and will probably continue to do as I feel like I can. And then send out, yeah, there's something in here that is like right up on the edge, and so I want to make sure. Now I am going to assume that if I need to, I don't know, I'm guessing I'm allowed to paint my pages before I put stuff down on them. I have not put any, I haven't gone through and just put down any kind of color on any of them yet. Yay! Gotta make sure I got everything. So I'm super stoked about this image on the front. That's definitely gonna go on my page because it's super freaking cute, for sure. So I love your stamp, Sandra. It's adorable. And I am going to go ahead and keep the postage sticker because it says where it's from. And then I also have a return address label from her, which I will also put in off camera and probably either in a little envelope or in a flip or a flop or something like that. That way it's not easily viewable if and when I do a flip through. So let me have a sip of coffee. Oh, I love these. These are pretty. So these are like tickets, and they've got really pretty flowers on them, and they're vintagey. And then we have some more vintagey little printouts here. These are cool. I love stuff like this. Oh, these are really pretty as well. I love these. More tickets, and they are gorgeous. And we have some hearts with some cherubs in some of them and some angels. Those are also really pretty. This is Baby Wipe. Excellent. With some pink paint on it. And here looks like maybe some jelly printing with stencil. Also very nice. And some metallic spray ink maybe. Oh, here we go. Coffee filter. I love it. Love the pink and the red. That's so cool. Very pretty. Oh yeah, I can easily make a page with this stuff. And a little bit of tissue paper. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's tissue paper. And this looks like some coffee dyed map. You know, I have to smell it to see if it smells like the coffee, because every time I'm coffee dyeing lace right now. So this is cool. I love this. And I actually don't have any map, so that's nice to have. And this looks like maybe jelly printing as well. Cool. I love it. And a sprayed dictionary page. Yes, yes, yes. All kinds of good stuff. Oh, coffee or tea stained tape. Oh, listen to that. That's the best sound ever. And it looks like it was cut maybe with some decorative scissors. It's so funny because I used to have several pairs of decorative scissors back in the old scrapbooking days that at some point I got rid of. Music sheet. Yay. I don't have enough of that. I got rid of it because those scissors, because I was like, oh, well, I'm never going to use those again. And now I kind of wish I had some again. Looks like some sprayed paper over some kind. This almost looks like a hot glue stencil, which I still haven't made any of those yet either. Oh, this envelope's cool. This has been coffee or tea stained. So I got some bits and bobs in here to add to my page as well. We got several flower die cuts in here. We've got a doily that's been sprayed. We've got some lace. This is really pretty lace. I love it. I don't have any like that. And some fibers. These are gorgeous. I like them because they have that eyelash texture, but this is not, it doesn't feel as fragile as some of the eyelash fibers that I have. I really like that. Here are some pink rhinestones. and some edge trims. It looks like some flowers. That's pretty. And here's more of the same on different paper. That's also very pretty. And a scrap of paper that's been edged, probably with decorative scissors again. That's cute. It says wish, hope, love, dream, and it's got like a little coin purse. It's kind of vintagey. Oh, this cluster is cute. It says hope. I love it. I really need to make some clusters. I know I have this paper somewhere. I can tell it's that Argyle with the red, orange, and I love it. Yep, because there's the back of it, that red with the pink. I love that paper. That's so funny that I can see a little tiny piece of paper and go, oh, I have that somewhere. I love it. Oh, I love this too. This looks like it was either some kind of a wide border punch or maybe it was like a die, like a Sizzix die. I love that. And then, oh, I got some Tim Holtz Peoples, some paper dolls. Love them. Oh, guys, what am I going to do with this stuff? I mean, I just don't know where to start. This is where I get into trouble. Here's another cluster. This is really cute, too. I love it. It's adorable. I've got to make some of these. I see Elizabeth and other people making them often, and I got several of these flowers that were cut out of some of the orange, looks like maybe crown. It was colored in crown maybe. It's cool. It's got really nice texture there, so I love it. Love them. Okay. So this is the first time I have done this, and probably one of the reasons why I had taken a break from making videos was because I was getting frustrated with not being able to quickly make a page or a project, and then sometimes if I was editing, that was taking a long time, and as much as I love doing it and, you know, meeting new people this way and sharing ideas, it's time consuming, and I find that sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with it when I have to work full time and have a family and blah blah blah, you know. And it's hard to find time to even make videos because most of the time I'm getting interrupted by a pet, fur baby, or a child, or a husband, or something. So yeah, most of the reason was because it takes me a while to make a page sometimes. So I think I may just do some kind of a cover page there, because I want to allow myself to have a 2-page spread for every month. So the one thing that I have realized that I'm not going to like so much about this cover was that I made it pretty bulky. So that means I do not have a flat surface to work on the left side. Which, you know, you live and learn. So, and this is really what's causing most of the bulk. And I did glue this down with glossy accents, since glossy accents stays nice and whatever, it keeps its shape as it dries, which obviously, because you want it to make things look like they are resined or enameled or whatever, so of course it's not going to flatten out. So I used that, like many others do, for some of my heavier and bulkier stuff, because I know that it's going to hold the metal and that kind of thing. So anyway, I do not have a very flat surface on that side. So I have enough here that I'm betting I can probably, definitely have enough here that I'm not going to have to paint the background. I have plenty of larger sized sheets of stuff, and I know that I don't spend a lot of time working in my voluptuous violet. I can't really say that I have any one book that's specifically a glue book versus my other book that's, so the main book that I have that I work out of is kind of a catch-all for everything, because I've done some collage and glue book stuff in here, but I've also done some painting. So, and I've done some mixed media stuff, which is, I have mixed media notebooks. So this one is pretty close to getting full. It's not all the way there, but I do a lot of brush off, paint brush off in here. I kind of really like that, even though I'm not a huge green and blue fan. That turned out really good. So obviously I had done a little bit of memory keeping in here as well. So this was my all over the place book. So I might be getting to the point now where I will start kind of having a separate book for, I think my glue books may be more like this. And then if I really want to do like true mixed media pieces, I'll probably do those in my nice mixed media, my spiral bound mixed media books, because the paper's thicker and the pages are bigger. And then if I wanted to pull them out and frame them or something, I could do that. So, you know, again, it's just kind of something you learn as you go. But this one specifically, I gotta get this book back in here so that it's not all jacked up. Okay. My drawers are getting full again. So, I mean, I'm going to have plenty of room in this book. So I guess if I wanted to make more than one page that I could. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way. I could put this in the middle and tape it down. So, I love this kind of orangey, I'm going to call it a coral color. And then I think it looks really good with this color as well. And then we have this. We have so much, I don't know what to do with it. So, question is, now if I were not recording, I could sit here and take my time and kind of figure out what I'm going to do, because it still takes me a little bit. It takes me time to lay stuff out and look at it and think about it. You know, do I like it? Do I not like it? What am I going to do with it? You know. So, I don't feel like I have that luxury so much while I'm recording. So, we've looked at everything, and I've got it all out here, and I'm trying to decide how I want to arrange it. And I think what I'm going to do is either make a part 2 after I have more figured out, or I will just make a part 2 where I show you when I'm done. I think I'm going to have to be honest, I'm going to have to work up to actually doing a video where I do something from beginning to end, because I find that it makes me anxious, because I don't want to be posting an 1.5 hour long video every time I try to do like a journal page, because that's ridiculous. And it doesn't really make sense to take that long. So now that I've gone through it all, I think I'm going to make the page, or at least try to start figuring out, at least start it off camera, and then either come back and have a finished product to show you, or come back and work on it a little bit. So, and I know I spoke with Sandra, and she received my stuff as well, and she was working on a page. She's not able to take pictures and share them at this point right now, and that's fine. I hope that she had fun and enjoyed the things that I sent her, and I hope she can use them. And I absolutely love the stuff that you sent me. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have or don't have much of, so I really appreciate it, and I really like the vintagey stuff, and I'm loving these colors. color palette. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will be back later with another video. Everybody have a great weekend and stay sassy. Bye-bye.